Hello, guys. It is Mia with Mia's Tarot and Astrology. Welcome back. I shuffled the cards. I'm just going to do a quick update video on the Tristan, Kylie, Khloe, Jordyn mess. I recorded the last two videos, part one and two, a couple days back. So more has came out since I recorded those videos. I just posted them today, but I recorded them a couple days back. So I'm just gonna ask a couple questions really quickly. I shuffled the cards before before I laid them down. You guys have seen me shuffle plenty times. So if you don't believe I shuffled them, oh well. Um, yeah, because I like to get into the dirt and the details. I really do. That's my thing. I do. I just like to get into it. So if you want to get into some dirt and details in your own life, book a reading, I'm gonna get into some details and some dirt. Okay. All right. So so far Jordyn is doing a Red Talk table with Jada Pinkett. She's gonna be on there. For those who are not familiar, I think it premieres Friday on YouTube live or something like that. Check your listings for that. But so far she said it was the alcohol. So I don't think it was just the alcohol, but if that's what she says, okay. So the first row I asked, is this Khloe's karma? The second row I asked, was it the alcohol? Because we want to know, child. We kind of already know. And this card right here is Jordyn's feelings. I used my chakra oracle wisdom cards for that. Because it gives me a little more detail about how they're actually feeling. And the second card is Khloe and how she's feeling. And the third card, we're going to see Kylie because, that was Kylie's best friend. So it could be hard. So far, everybody is like on Jordyn's back. But we all know that Khloe has stole a couple men from black women. I'm sorry to say, herself. And, that's why I asked, was it karma? Because the Kardashians have definitely, had a lot of black men. So, take it how you want. But I'm just saying. Okay, so is this Khloe's karma? Okay. So right here we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Strength in reverse. In a way, I don't see really strong karma cards at all. But what I feel like is that she was not willing to cooperate, or it's like when she did, take other women's men or whatever, like when Trina was dating French Montana and she got with French Montana, and just all of a sudden he slid from Trina to Khloe, and it was another guy that Trina dated, I think. But it was almost like she was kind of selfish with it. So, it was like, I don't care, it's mine. Like, it was almost like, clearly with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you're not trying to cooperate, you're not trying to work as a team, you're kind of selfish, you're kind of worried about how you're going to benefit and not how the team is going to benefit. So I feel like when it came to that, she literally stole other women's men. Like, not steal, because you can't steal a man, he willingly goes, we all know that. But she didn't really give a shit about it. Like, she really didn't. I feel like with the Strength card in reverse, this is also like temptation, kind of like, I want what I want, kind of have like an ego about things. This is a major card, so I wouldn't say it's like, well, what goes around does come around. How you get them is how you lose them. But I feel like her ego, she wasn't humble enough. And the universe basically was like, bitch, it's time for you to humble yourself. You can't just go on and be with this person knowing that they have a relationship, or they because Tristan also got with her. He had another girlfriend, and she was pregnant, and at the time. So it was like she had a selfishness where it was like, okay, they're mine now, and there was temptation. I felt like she liked the attention. She knew that she was Khloe Kardashian, and And with the Knight of Swords in reverse, this is kind of like moving forward impulsively and not giving a damn. Upright, it's like, you know, it's like you're moving forward, you're sweeping in, you're doing things unexpectedly, but it's information that's challenging, but it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Right here in reverse, I feel like she just swept in and, you know, basically, you know, had an ego, basically like, okay, you know, you're with me now. And, you know, and I feel like with Khloe also, her self-esteem, you know how she was always like, you know, they call her like the chubby one, and she didn't look like the rest of them, saying OJ was her father and all this other stuff. It felt good to do this to her. You know, like to her, it was like, you know, they like me. You know, it was kind of, it like boosted the ego, because it was like they left other women for her. But so now it's almost like the universe is trying to humble her. So it's karma. It's like slight karma. I don't know. But the universe is trying to humble her. Like, bitch, you can't just go in and sweep, just take, you know, break up people's families and and like have men slide from one relationship to you, and you're like, I knew I could do it, you know, I knew they would be with me. That's not how it works. So this happening, as far as the universe is concerned, is happening because she needs to humble herself when it comes to relationships. She needs to humble herself when she meets men and they're in other situations. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on to, was it the alcohol for Jordyn? Let's see. She was drunk, or drinking. She was drinking. Okay. So I feel like, was it the alcohol? She was intoxicated, and that did contribute to her decision. But yeah, because with the Three of Cups in reverse, this is definitely a cheating card, like clearly a cheating card. But for what we're talking about, with the Two of Pentacles, it was like she didn't know what. I feel like with Jordyn, she was intoxicated. She did have drinks, but it was like I feel with them, I feel like it wasn't the first time, and they can say what they want. Oh, I got drunk and it was a one night stand. I don't feel like you would jeopardize all that for a one night stand. That's all I'm saying. She could say what she wants. She could be a red table talk, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I love Jada Pinkett in that show, but I can't remember how the name is right now. But the Two of Pentacles in reverse is like you were tired of juggling. So I get kind of like fuck it, you know, like what happens happens. It was like that night she knew it would. It's like if she was with him prior, they were able to hide it, you know, a little better. Like she wasn't always under the influence. But this particular night, she was. And it was kind of like a kind of fucking type attitude that night. Like, it was like, because this upright is her juggling and staying afloat. You see the water? She was staying afloat. She was able to keep it going. But that particular night, it was almost like, I know that if I drop the ball, something could happen. But it's just like, you know, fuck it, it's whatever. So it was kind of like that, and it led to them having to split apart. I feel like they did like each other, or she did like him. I don't feel like this came out the blue, because I don't see no woman that would jeopardize, because she had business ventures with them, with Khloe. She had a jean line, whatever Khloe's jean line was, she had that. Then she had the lip kit with Kylie. And I'm sure she had her own stuff, her eyelash line. She had security clearance to their house and everything like that. I don't see her really jeopardizing all that for a one night stand. If she's that crazy stupid in the head, whatever, you know, it happens. But I'm just saying, like, no, you know, it is not to bash Jordyn, because, you know, Khloe has done it as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the Kardashians have so much power and money that it's kind of making her, you know, basically look hoish. I mean, it wasn't the best move. It was definitely, you know, kind of like a little, you know, thought move or whatever. But they've done some things as well. So moving on to, was it the alcohol? She was drinking that night. They both were. They both were drinking that night. But it was kind of a like, we could definitely get caught tonight, but fuck it. Yeah. So in one interview, she was like they were over. Khloe had broke up with him before Valentine's Day. In another interview, she was like drunk, you know, when he kissed her. And it's just, you know, girl, I just feel like she did like him. She was developing some type of feelings for him. That particular night they were drinking. They were aware that it could have been, I feel like she was aware that it could have been a chance that it could have got out. And she was like, I'm tired of, you know, sneaking and juggling and trying to figure it out. If I get caught, I get caught. So I think that she kind of felt like it was going to come out or happen soon. Okay, moving on to Jordyn's feelings. Jordyn's feelings, we have forgiveness. She, in reverse, she wants them to forgive her. She really do. She wants them to forgive her, but she knows that they're not. She's having a hard time with that. She wants them to forgive her. She's like, and it's kind of that forgiveness where it's like, I hope they forgive me, but if they don't, they don't. If it was here, it was like, I really, really want them to forgive me. Oh my God. But here it's just like, I want them to forgive me. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. So it's almost like she's not worrying in her pretty little head. She's like, if they forgive me, they forgive me. If not, they don't. So that's where Jordyn is right now. You know, she would like their forgiveness, but if they don't give it to her, she's like, I'll be just fine. For Khloe, Faith. Khloe doesn't have trust anymore. Khloe has lost trust in people around her and friends. It's like she feels like the only people she could really depend on is her sisters. So she really, I mean, and her friend, what's her name, Malika, she has lost all faith and hope. She doubts people now. She's looking at things totally different. She doesn't trust the same. So she's just basically like, you can't trust no damn body. Like, you can't. She's going to be very cautious of who comes in that circle. Now, she's not going to really trust anybody. So, and she doesn't even have hope in relationships anymore. She's just like, you can't trust nobody. So that's kind of where Khloe is. For Kylie, she's staying busy with the creation card. I see her working on some, like, her lipsticks, and I feel like Kylie is just like, I just have to stay busy. I have to keep creating things. I have to, it's like and this is also a card of starting something new. So she might be working on something new. And she might be putting all her time into that. She's trying not to focus on the situation as much as possible. I just feel like she wished that Jordyn never went there so she wouldn't be torn. But I see her not even trying to think about the situation. I see her more focused on her business. So if she comes out with something new that she's creating, I wouldn't be surprised. But if it's not anything new, she's definitely working on, you know, the things that she has going on, her makeup line or whatever else she got going on. She's just like, I'm just going to focus on work. Also, creation could be like a baby. So she's focused on Stormy, you know, what she created. And she's focused on her kid. And she's focused on work. And she's like, I just can't even think about this. I just can't. Like, she just like, I need to stay busy. So that was my 3 questions I had. That is an update on the situation. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.